Greetings, and I am Angel Makai, and I'm the group leader of Group 18. I'm here with
Lonet Chimiza,
Lorato Madome.
Today we will be presenting about the communication process of hiring an employee in an organization. We'll be discussing about different documents starting from the minutes till the acceptance letter. Thank you.
Greetings, I'm Tata Marokosi and I'll be taking you through the minutes of meetings. Minutes of the meeting are a written record of what was said during a meeting. They point out key points. Not everything that will be said in a meeting will be recorded in the minutes. Importance of minutes of the meeting. Act as reference for future meetings. Accountability. It shows who said what during a meeting, so a person wouldn't go against their word. Communication. In cases where an individual couldn't attend due to unforeseen events, he or she can use minutes as reference. Legal evidence. In cases where there are disputes within the company, minutes are used as evidence during court. We will now be looking at the layout of minutes. You first start by listing the details of the minutes, the date, the time, and the venue. You then continue to list the attendees present. Thereafter, you list the agenda, which is basically what will be done during the meeting. After the agenda, you state the matters arising from the previous meeting as well as the announcements. Thereafter, you talk about the issues resolved, which are basically the decisions taken during the meeting. And then you continue to list the agenda of the next meeting, which is what will be done in the next meeting to be held. We then close our documents by the signatures of the chairperson and the secretary. Thank you. I will now be handing over to Laura.
Greetings, my name is Lorato Madome and I'll be taking you through the memorandum. A memorandum is a formal written message within an organization to communicate between managers, departments, and staff members. Its purpose is to facilitate internal information professionally and efficiently. It is used in workplaces, government institutions, and educational institutions. As per the document behind me, I wrote a memorandum to our HR department about our shortage in the financial department. I will now be explaining the layout of our memorandum. Firstly, we have the company name, which is an indicator of the company which wrote the memorandum. Then we have the heading, which shows us when the memorandum was written, who wrote it, and to whom. Then we have the subject. The subject briefly explains the purpose of the memorandum. Then we have the introduction, which is a summary of the memorandum. We also have the body, which explains in detail what the memorandum is about. We also have the conclusion, which concludes what the memo is about. Thank you. I will now be handing over to Tutla.
I will now be taking you through advertisement. An advertisement is a message that is used to inform people about a service, a product, or a job vacancy, so as to persuade them to buy or to attend to it. Its importance: it creates awareness, it creates competition, and it increases sales. I will now be taking you through the layout of an advertisement. In our case, it was for a vacant post. You first start by putting on the logo, if any, and thereafter place a catching headline. You then proceed to explain what you are looking for in a person briefly. Then state the responsibilities, which are basically what the person will be doing if they acquire the post. You then list the qualifications needed for the vacant post. We then decided to show the documents that the person will need when applying. We then continue to show the closing date so people will know the time interval that they have. Thereafter, we listed our company details so they know where to post their applications. Thank you. I will now be handing over to Angel.
Greetings, and I am Angel Makai, and I will be taking you through the application letter. So an application letter is a document written by someone who is interested in a certain job position in a company. And then I'm going to be taking you through the layout of the letter. So firstly, we write the address of the job applicant, and then we write the details just like you can see here. And then we write the date that the application is sent and the address of where the job application is going. And then we are going to go to write the salutations since we do not know the gender of the person. And then the application, which is the position we are applying for. In this case, it's being a financial analyst in loss of capital. This is the body of the application letter. And in the body of the application letter, you write the skills, just like you can see here, what you know, and it must be brief since the rest is gold written in the curriculum. This is the closing paragraph, and this closing paragraph should be short and brief, and then yours faithfully, as we can see, which shows that we are closing the letter. And then you're going to write your name, which is the last thing, and in this case, Jason Swaits. That is the application letter when you want to write for a job that you are interested in. Thank you. I will now be passing over to Lorna to continue with the curriculum vitae.
Greetings to you all. My name is Lonechi Mize and I'll be taking you through the curriculum vitae or a CV. A CV is a document that is attached with an application letter. It's a professional highlight reel that showcases your achievements, work experience. I'll be taking you through the layout of the CV. Firstly, you write your personal details, which is showcased here. Then you briefly explain your post and your work experience. Then the next thing you do, you write your education qualification. After that, you list your strengths, hobbies, and the skills that you have. Lastly, you tell us about your experience. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Sami and I'll be taking you through the offer letter and the acceptance letter. Firstly, let's look at the offer letter. An offer letter is a written formal document written by the employer to the candidate who has been selected for the job by the company. The importance of an offer letter is that it provides information, it formally confirms that indeed the candidate has been offered the job. It also helps prevent misunderstandings between the employer and the candidate in issues such as the duties that they have to perform, their benefits, and their work terms. Now let's look at the layout of the offer letter. An offer letter has two addresses, which is the company's address and the recipient address. After writing the two addresses, we then move on to the salutations. After writing the salutations, we then have the subject, which in our case is the financial analyst position. Then we have our body, where this is where all the necessary information about the working terms, the benefits and the duties of the candidate are mentioned. At the end, we have yours faithfully, then the name of the human resource manager, as they are the one who write the offer letter. Thank you. Moving on to the acceptance letter. An acceptance letter is a formal letter written by the candidate to the employer. The importance of an acceptance letter is that it helps make the company aware that indeed their candidate has confirmed their job offer letter. Now let's look at the layout of an acceptance letter. Same as the offer letter, we also have two addresses. The first address is the candidate's address, and then the second one is the company's address. Thereafter, we have the salutations, then the subject of the letter. After that, we then have our body, where the candidate will be confirming their job offer to the company. Lastly, we then have yours faithfully and the candidate's name and surname. Thank you.
This marks the end of our presentation. Thank you.